you're faced with another one. I have made it to the headquarters, man. Had time to think about everything that transpired at the park today, man, with me and the boys and the family, man. And man, I just wanted to kind of, drop a gem on you guys and apologize to you guys for the way I behaved myself, man. Stop. I don't need you doing that, bro. For the way I kind of acted under pressure, man. I knew better. I don't need you to keep doing that. Now, one of y'all, the way I acted under pressure, man, a lot of times that's the reason why I'm starting to understand now that you have to maintain a calm state, man. You have to stay in oneness with soundness, man, because if you allow your emotions to think for you and cloud your best judgment, you will find yourself in a situation in at odds with some things that you probably ain't even prepared to face in a state of disturbance. You understand me? Hey, in a state of disturbance, I apologize, baby, over here started knocking hitting my setup. So if the camera is kind of shaking up, it's because of baby. But back to what I was saying, you gotta maintain your composure, man. You gotta stay in the sound state of mind. Remember, I was telling you guys a couple of videos before this one here, where I was stating that, time was ticking, and I'm still trying to conquer my higher self. In other words, conquer my emotions, man. All because I understand the beauty. Hey, baby, if you get back, man. Go on with this here. Go on with this. You started coming over here doing that. All because I understand that I apologize, TV Inc. family. For some reason, these dogs see me get on live and they want to bump my setup. They want to keep jumping all on me because just a while ago, before I went, cut my live on, Nyla and Chasen was laying here like they finna take them a little power nap. Now they done got up since they heard me on live, but it's okay. But like I was giving you guys an understanding in one of my previous videos where I was giving you guys an understanding that I'm in the process of conquering my emotions. So what you guys witnessed was one of those moments where I was being tested. You know what I'm saying? I was being tested. And I don't know. I know you guys don't really know me like that. Only thing you guys really know about me is me, jumping on live and building with you guys and, showing you guys my dogs and giving you guys an understanding I'm an up-and-coming breeder and stuff of that nature, man. But I'm here to tell you, man, if you want to rub Theo the wrong way, the best way to rub Theo the wrong way is playing with my family and taking my kindness for a weakness, you know what I'm saying? And that's what was going on at that park, me understanding the beauty of allowing my dogs to open up and mingle and be friendly to people outside of our home is a big plus on my end if I'm gonna be taking these dogs to the show, these dog shows. These dogs can't be aggressive dogs if I want to enter a tournament or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that was the reason why I was allowing my dogs to open up to other people outside of my home, because I understand whenever I pick whoever I'm gonna pick to go to the dog shows with me, I don't want to have my dogs, all out of whack when we go to these shows with people that they don't know. You know what I mean? I want to make sure they know how to behave themselves, you know what I'm saying, without feeling like everybody is someone that they have to, show that aggression to, to let them know, yeah, don't try me, or I'm gonna protect my loved ones type of thing, cause that's how dogs are, man. When you loving a dog, when you there for your animals, there's just in their nature to protect their peace, and I'm their peace. So I don't want to be going to these dog shows and my dogs are all out of whack at these shows, trying to bite everyone, thinking everyone is an intruder or someone that don't mean well. Now, don't get me wrong. I know at these dog shows, there's gonna probably be a lot of people at these shows that's probably gonna have a whole lot of the energy on them that young lady had on her at that park. But I know a lot of people understand that when they come to them shows, it's people there that's running those shows that's protecting they platform. So they're not gonna let no anything pop off in there and they ain't on you with their securities and there's other people in there that probably enjoy going to dog shows and mingling with other people outside of their hometowns and stuff of that nature that's gonna probably protect that platform as well. So, you know, what I was faced with at the park may not be that intense, but I can eventually be faced with it, and I have to know how to handle myself. I had to, I feel like really be honest with you, I don't think I did nothing out of whack. And then I reflected on my live too. You guys, I noticed you guys really couldn't hear what the woman was saying. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the part that I wouldn't say I hate it, but I wish I would have been more. I would have been up on, closer up on the woman where you was able to hear what she was saying. But what the woman was saying, man, wasn't nothing nice. Like, how you can have someone that thinking they being clever and they poking at you, but they poking at you in a way to where you don't know that they poking at you unless you are able to read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people that's able to read between the lines. The woman was really, I'm talking about from Jump Street, whenever she put, oh, nice, beautiful dogs, I'm letting my queen know, it's okay. Let the people, they can pet them and their dogs don't bite. And then I'm working on my dogs too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm letting Queen know that it's okay, but, me not listening to my queen too, when she telling me, a lot of times when you got a queen in your corner and she giving you a heads up like, no, I don't think this people, she feeling something. So I have to, control my emotions and understand that at times, even though I'm the head of the household, at times I gotta allow her to be a voice as well, which I'm not saying I don't allow her to be a voice. It's just some things, some fears I be thinking that she don't be understanding because my queen ain't a people's kind of person. You know what I'm saying? So, I sometimes I just be feeling like, that the reason why she probably, acting that fashion or acting that way is because she just not that people type of person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more of a people kind of person. So I be just thinking she just in one of those moves. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when she's speaking on something, it's not because she's not a people kind of person. She feels something about somebody that's not right. And it's like me, when I feel certain things, I either shake the spot or, I kind of put my guards up, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of those moments where I was supposed to be listening to her because she tried to reach me several times to let me know, hey, King, I don't think this one here is good. You know what I'm saying? And you have to remember, see, I'm a person that know how to play chess, not a physical game. The physical game, the chess, real chess. You know what I'm saying? And chess has a lot to do with life. And on that chessboard, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. Even though the queen is following the king's order, the queen is the one that keep everything in order. She the one protecting the land, you know what I'm saying? And keeping you from being getting checkmate, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of pieces on the board fear the queen, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I say a lot of women don't understand the worth and the power that they possess, you know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna get deep into the game of chess. But that's the reason why I understand that life and chess go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like my queen is reaching out to me, letting me know, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? This one right here, I don't think it's good. I understand what you're doing, but it's time to tighten up. These people kind of already feeling that they negative. They got a negative vibe. They see these dogs, and the first thing they thinking is the dogs is pit bulls. And a lot of people are very biased, man. A lot of people see certain things going on. That's the reason why I don't be liking the media and when people start putting up all painting these pictures and trying to ban a certain breed of dog. Because that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They destroyed. They like people used to like pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? And any dog that fall up under that category, but due to them painting this ugly picture about these kind of breed of dogs, it's like everybody look at these dogs as being aggressive dogs. You know what I'm saying? And my dogs are bullies, but they have a whole bunch of pit bull features. You know what I'm saying? That's all because of the lineage. That's why I tell you guys, these dogs are exotic dogs. It don't matter if it's an XL, double XL, a pocket, whatever breed, whatever it is. If it falls up under a bullet breed, if you understand how this breed was put together, you will know that the head or the top dog on the pit bull window is in this dog. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why they have a whole bunch of pit bull features. You know what I'm saying? And when people see them, they beautiful, but a lot of people be afraid of the dogs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already knowing. But when that woman would start saying, first I was cool. If you guys go reflect back on that video, you know what I'm saying? You guys will see how when had the camera on them, I was happy. Then all of a sudden, at first I was wondering what she was saying. I was hearing her say something, and it kind of was sounding like she wasn't saying, making sense or saying the right, saying nice stuff. So I had got up on her a little bit more. Whenever I see two women involved anyway, I try to get out the way because I don't want my queen to be feeling it, some type of way with me being in the middle of another woman anyway, which, my queen know how to handle herself, but I understand my queen is very, possessive, man, she's jealous type, she's selfish, she want me to herself, and that same here, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent, I can handle myself a little better than she can, but with how she handle herself, I don't have a problem with it, you know what I mean, but I just don't be want to see her, act out or feel some type of way about certain things whenever she see me around another woman or something of that nature. So, even with my live, it done got a whole lot better now because I done gave her the understanding about how the live work, and she be, looking at reels and stuff of that nature, and I had to compare a lot of my content to some content she be watching because she seen it one way, but then once I kind of, gave her to understand about it, she began to understand, you know what I'm saying? But she still kind of like, you always been like, she want to say I'm being clever when I did it, gave her to understand and giving her an example about it because she got favorite singles. She like certain favorite singles and certain, people that she like when it comes to music and stuff. And I be telling her, like, it's a lot of people that's on my live, you know what I'm saying? Like, they support us. They like you. You may think them, you might look at them as being like fans, but they got a love for my energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same way with the people that you like, singles and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, once I kind of gave it understanding, she kind of piped down a little bit, but she still kind of like, you know what I mean? But the point I'm making is, I try to stay out the way whenever it's women and women talking, you know what I'm saying? So when my queen was over there dealing with the dog and the woman over there, I'm letting them be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm listening to, I'm keeping my ears to what's going on over there just in case the woman wanna, buy into my program, wanna inquire a dog or whatever, and I could be able to step in because my queen, she knows so much, but she don't know as much as I know. So whenever it comes to some of that nature, I want to be able to step in whenever, someone is talking about purchasing a dog. I want to know, know more about the dog or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I was keeping my ears, tapped into what they were saying, you know what I'm saying? But I really wasn't really tapped in, because I know if it get to a point to where it's questions my queen can't answer, she gonna reach out and let me know, hey King, uh, she's saying something about this, woo woo, and then I can grab the mic and then I can bite the mic, you know what I'm saying? But what happened was I just so happened was seeing my queen responding and the way she was responding, and then I'm seeing how she kind of, my dogs are not used to being on leashes and collars, so I'm kind of seeing how she kind of like she trying to get them to, put them on, and I don't want her to, to have to go through the struggle with trying to get the dogs back to where where we at, you know what I'm saying, with my setup and my water bowls and stuff of that nature. So I'm listening, I'm tapping into the conversation, and I'm hearing I heard the woman first. My dogs, y'all remember, we had walked the track. In the track, we was kind of running a little bit. I was picking up the speed a little bit, and my dogs trying to keep up with me. So my dogs is out there, working out. It's just like anybody, any of us, you know what I'm saying? If we go out and start working out, eventually after we get us a good workout in, our heart's gonna be pumping. We're gonna be out of breath a little bit, you know what I'm saying? If you really tapped into a good workout, you know what I'm saying? And that's what was going on when when them people started passing through, my dogs was still trying to wind down. So, the older woman pulled up showing love, didn't say nothing about it. And then it was another young lady was coming by. She looked a little older than me, but around about the same age. I don't really know. She just looked a little up in age. She started passing through, and, she had as if she wanted to pet the dog. And I'm like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm training my dog, so I want them to get used to people petting them. So when she pulled up, you know what I'm saying, she act like she was good. I'm looking at it and I'm smiling, you know what I'm saying, how she has responded to the dog. I'm thinking she meaning well. But all of a sudden, she starts saying certain things, and then I'm hearing some of the stuff. I'm kind of hearing it, but I can't hear it as good. So that's the reason why I scooted up a little bit, and I really didn't have my camera up properly the way you guys can really see what's going on, because I'm trying to make sense out of what I'm thinking I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? And as I once I really tapped in and started hearing what she said, at first I heard the breathing part. And, I kind of, let them know, they just walked. And then whenever I stepped back off of it, because in the middle of me trying to, chime in, you know what I'm saying, McQueen was saying something too. So I ended up pulling up a little bit more close after McQueen had said one thing. I ended up, the woman ended up going on. So she was like, the way my dogs was, see the women, that's why people don't see, people are so ignorant and so hateful, etc., man, to a point to where this woman is taking my dogs being extra excited by seeing them wagging their tail and hyper as a form of saying the dog is not getting any love. What dog that's getting love and being treated right is not going, if they not trained to bite people, is not going to be walking up on people extra happy and jumping on you and happy to see people and stuff of that nature. My dogs was doing that, right? So this woman literally had a nerve to say, oh, it's so nice. I see you are very happy. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you're not getting no love at home. So my queen was like, she get a whole lot of love at home. And this woman said, no, no, she's not, and start saying something else. I like, hold up. That's when I put the phone down. If you caught it, like you guys couldn't hear what she said. I wish I would have been closer up on what she was saying. That's what made me go from 0 to 100 real fast. Because one, you didn't call my queen a lie. You know what I'm saying? Two, I am the head honcho of this program. I mean, I'm the one that these are dogs that I'm in tune with daily. You know what I'm saying? My queen play her part, you know what I'm saying, and plays a good part. But I'm one that's really in tune with these dogs on a regular. So certain things that my queen don't know, I know. But she know a lot. But there's certain things she don't know that I know. So, I'm kind of, hold up, man. I'm asking a woman, what possessed you to say what you said out of your mouth? Like, we was open-minded and open to you petting our dogs. Now you petting our dogs and you telling my dogs this. My dogs are hearing you say this. My dogs are smart. So my dogs are hearing you say this. Then you rubbing on them with that negative energy. That's the reason why I don't know if y'all was paying attention towards the end, how Nala was barking. My daughter and her friend walked off. And Nala was barking and stuff at my daughter and her friend as they got far away, like if she can't see them. And that was all because that energy that she had rubbed off on my dog. You see what I'm saying? So I'm giving you guys the understanding of what I'm telling you guys. I'm giving you guys an understanding of what I'm giving you an understanding about for a reason, TBN family. You know, and the moral of the story is basically, man, protect your energy by any means necessary because people will drain you, man. And they will drain you, man. They'll try to rob you of your peace, man, if you don't protect your energy, man. If you don't protect your peace and your energy, man, people man, it's sad, man. It's sad, but it's real life, man. It really exists, man. It really exists out there, for real, for real. Okay, what's good? What's good, mama boo? But, yes, amen. Hey. Huh? Go get what? Why you whispering? Huh? What you finna go get? Something to eat? I don't want to cook. Well, I want chicken fries, steak, or something from Cheddar's. You want me to go with you? Yeah. All right, we can go. Let me get. I'm gonna wait about 30 minutes. I'm at 21 right now. Not in 30 minutes. But TV Inc. family, that's what it was all. That's what my live was all based on, man. Is apologizing to you guys for the way I behaved myself, man. Cause y'all know I'm big on protecting my peace, man, and staying in a sound state. And I just noticed that, you know, it's okay for me to stand on business when it comes to my peace, you know, and doing what it takes to protect my family. But it's, yeah, I want mashed potatoes and green beans. But it's a way of doing it, you know what I'm saying? It's a way of doing it because you got to remember, you guys really can't see me that good. Like I told you guys before, I'm not trying to sound like a big huncho kind of guy, but I got a whole lot of, I got my features, man. You know, I always got a game face. I always been told, you know, I look mean, but I'm not mean. But I keep my game face on for one, and for two, I'm like 240 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm muscular. So may not look as big on this camera, but I'm pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I'm, you know, trying to get a point across, a lot of times when stuff of that nature has triggered me, I be coming off a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I was coming off aggressive, but I was being respectful with it. But the way I was coming off was I wasn't controlling my emotions. You know what I'm saying? I already had my mind made up that I'm not gonna allow this woman to move me because I'm one of those people that's against any man or any male features doing anything to any woman. So I know for a fact that I wasn't gonna do nothing to the woman, but I didn't want to trigger my queen into. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Who done came over here and did that? Hold on, right quick, TV Inc. fam. Y'all finna get put up anyway. House. Get in the house. Get in the house. 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 Everybody house. Everyone in the house. 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 That ain't your house, son. You know that ain't your house. That's baby house. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. Y'all done been out playing all day anyway. So house. Get out of the house. Chase it. House now. House now. House. Get out of the house, Chase. House. It's your house, Chase. Over here. Whoa. I don't know which one of y'all to pull my little jacket off the couch. And that's what was going on anyway. Y'all to pull my jacket off the couch and up under the fighting over. I don't know where that collar went that you had around your neck. That's what baby probably pulled off your neck. And that's what y'all was probably up under that couch growling about. I apologize, CB Inc. family, but yeah, I just want to bring y'all some content, man, to let you guys know, man, it ain't about what you do, it's how you do it, man. And if you have to protect your peace, man, protect your peace by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Just be respectful with it and control your emotions where you can think better. You know what I'm saying? Whenever went from 0 to 100, if you could hear it towards the end, man, I was using words, it wasn't me personally, after I listened to it, I'm like, dang, that was out of content. Like I was using them, but the way I was using them, certain words wasn't in content and stuff like that. And I'm like, come on, man. I seen how that's reason why I'm glad that I do a lot of recording now, because I'm able to reflect on my emotions and see, dang, that dude that make me I don't look good behaving in that manner. You know what I'm saying? And it's like data. You know what I'm saying? And having data, I think is good. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to something that you feel you want to work on. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how you acting in the moment and not knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can look at and be like, oh, I see what people be saying, and that's what's going on. Appreciate the unique that part. Understood. But so that's what went on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I need to work on that. I sounded very uneducated towards the end when I let my emotions get out. Because I noticed even way before I start understanding my work, you know what I'm saying, etc. You know what I'm saying? I noticed how I be thinking and what be going on with me whenever I'm in a heated moment. Like you know how talkative I am. You know what I'm saying? When everything is cool. When I'm in a heated moment, I be talkative, but I be noticing that my heart rate be beating so fast to a point to where I down there be out of breath sometimes trying to get my point across. And then once I notice that I can't get my point across verbally, I be trying to get physical. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I'm working on for real, for real. That's something I'm working on, TV Inc. family. So if you guys ever see me behaving in the way it looked like, oh, Theo is starting to, fall off, man, get my attention, man. Let me know, hey, shake back, man. You know what I'm saying? You doing good, man, but you don't want to fall victim to that, man. Protect your peace, stay focused, you know what I'm saying? And I receive that better than, being too aggressive and making me feel like I'm in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? That be the thing. A lot of times when people get people's attention, a lot of times they don't get people's attention in the way to where they make people feel as if they understand and they just trying to help them correct their wrong. They always trying to make it like that person is in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, yeah, a person can be in the wrong, but you can also see why a person is behaving in that manner to where you can make them understand, hey man, I see why you're acting like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's normal, but in order to be able to remain in oneness with your higher self and to conquer your emotions, you have to learn how to control them in a way to where you're able to think under pressure and still remain calm, just in case you have to get physical. You'll be able to still have a big amount of fuel to be able to fight off whatever's trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if your emotions not intact and your heartbeat is out of whack, you're not gonna, a couple of punches, you down with the count. Or if you have to run, retreat, is you down. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna get too far because your heart rate is beating too fast. That's the reason why they say guys that win championships, guys that get in the ring and can go the distance pound for pound and become victorious, are those that understand the breathing techniques and knowing how to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense. Hold on. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Unc? Yeah, I can be called Unc T. If I feel like I look like an Unc to you, that's cool. I'm just 41. I may be an Unc to you because you probably be in your 20s or something. So if you calling me an Unc by basically, crying to me as being an old soul, I'm cool with that. I have a question. If you have a son that's got a girl that you know is no good for him and you dislike her, but he's still seeing her. What would you do? Basically, I didn't drop the drop a jewel on you to say, if I got a son that's with a girl that's no good with him, and I gave him the understanding that, hey man, shout ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You need to either find some way to adjust and bring it to an end, or I'm gonna give you the understanding because you still living on my land. She's not gonna be welcome into my household no more. For one, I'm not gonna allow it in my home. I may not can stop you from dating her, but I'm letting you know, whenever you go through whatever you go through with her, I don't want to hear no whining, no nothing. You face that reality because I told you already. And I understand that you're young, so you're going to probably have to bump your head like I did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would tell him. But if that's what he want to do, I would let him know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring it to my home. I'm letting you know now, my doors are closed. You know what I'm saying? You can deal with that woman, that's what you're going to deal with her. But she won't be coming in my house no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that negative energy in my home. And not only that, I don't trust her. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you choose to want to do, I understand that you got to make sure you're gonna be you are the last say so of what you feel is best for you. I'm just your mother, or I'm just your father. You know what I'm saying? But I'm letting you know how it's gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever you go through, what you going through, just make sure you can handle what comes with the bed you made, my brother. You know what I'm saying? All that old wine in me, I'm going to tell you, suck it up. I'm here for you, and that's just what it's going to be. But we not going to sit here and be beating ourselves up about a decision that you made that you going to have to live. You know what I'm saying? You look malicious. You cool as fuck, though. Man, mischievous. I look mischievous. What makes you think I look Man, listen, man. That's just like running across Mike Tyson. You understand me? That's just like running across Mike Tyson. When you see Mike Tyson and all the stuff you know about Mike Tyson, you would think Mike Tyson is an aggressive person that he don't have no soft heart, huh? And have you until you meet him in person. When you meet him in person, you be like, dang man, I had this guy I had this guy wrong. I was thinking this guy was gonna be a bad person. He really a good people. You know what I'm saying? So I can be honest with you, TB fan. That's what I'm gonna get at, man. However you may feel about me or whatever I got going on that you disagree with, whenever whatever, however you feel, man, I'm not against that, man. You are entitled to your opinion. That you are entitled to that. You have a right to feel the way you feel about me. As far as making me commit to it or making me feel like that's what I am, that's not what I'm gonna commit to because that's not who I am. I can't feel what you feel, and I can't look at things the way you look at it if I disagree. You know what I'm saying? As far as saying, I can probably uh understand, like, if I understand the reason why you feel the way you feel, yeah, I probably can say that. You got to remember, man, I ain't always been in the light, partner. I done been in the dark before. So, a lot of stuff that you may be witnessing, that you may be placing in the dark, may be because I'm still kind of, trying to, push some of the stuff that I end up, uh, bringing it to my life and making it a part of my life, out my life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of this stuff is stuff I done picked up off my environment. So a lot of it I'm still trying to push out of my system, even though I'm using it and I'm using it, the tools, for something good. It still may look like, he must be one of those one, man. He ain't to be trusted or this and this here. Nah, I ain't on that type of time no more. Why is Mike Jones too short and Project Pack way more tighter than most rappers nowadays? Man, I don't know why that, man. That ain't, man. What type of truck? What kind of truck question is this? You know what I'm saying? I don't, man. Whatever it is, brother. It ain't nothing that we need to be investing too much energy and time into. Trying to figure out, man. He said you give advice on her. Overstood. Yes, I do. Come on with it. Thank you. She's saying she's pregnant now. Huh? Why? What happened? Why? You that hungry? Where you at? You went, what's that, Cheddar's? Where do George's? She quit her job and she want him to take care of her. Well, to say, if she's saying she pregnant, we can't say the young lady ain't pregnant by your son because he probably putting it down. You know what I'm saying? You probably done seen her doing some sneaky stuff that made you feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? And you may feel like she probably got something else going on and ain't nothing wrong with you feeling that way. But don't feed into discrediting making or feeling like it's not a possibility because it could probably be a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Just wait till that time come, and you know your grandkids, you know your son, you know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? If she quit her job, ain't nothing wrong with it. As long as she pregnant too, so she dealing with emotions. And if this girl is someone your son really liking, sometimes if one going through some troubles or something and the other one not, sometimes we gotta be able to be that crutch, man. If this is something we really taking serious, because who's to say he may end up losing his job and may not be out of work, and she may be the one working, and he may need to lean towards up. So if he able to lead by example first to show that I'm there for her, that's good. You know what I'm saying? But if it becomes like a house or a liability, she start becoming a liability by being unappreciated of what he got to offer, then that becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like if you meaning that at the end of the day, she ain't working and he doing everything he can to keep the house together and make sure she's straight and she ungrateful like he ain't doing nothing, then yeah, you may have to let him know, hey man, if she can't handle what you got to, offer, because this is all you can do, then you may need to let her know, hey man, check this out. This how it's gonna go like this here. If you can't handle this until you get your job, then you might need to start working and trying harder with looking for a job, because I'm only gonna do what I'm able to do. I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna put me under uh, 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 any kind of pressure to make me feel like I have to do certain things in order to make sure you straight, meaning do things that I don't want to do to make sure I keep some meatloaf on the table. Nah, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be robbing no banks or robbing nobody to make sure you happy, with stuff you want, when a lot of stuff you probably want just may be wants. Yes, I raised him to be a stand-up guy, and he's a great son and young man. I don't want to see him get hurt by her, but I'm waiting to see if it's his child. Overstood. I understand you as a mother too. We do our part. We like to be at the end of the day. You done your part. What you done is something that he can't get away. He can't lose it. He can't break it. He can't destroy it, and no one can steal it. You see what I'm saying? So he can nurse it though. He can nurse it. He can keep it going and keep, and allow it to be something he lean towards as a form of God, to keep him in remembrance of what you taught him. But at the end of the day, sometimes, whenever we didn't kind of, what's the word for, we didn't kind of separated ourselves, separated our children from a whole lot of things that they probably needed to go through, all because we didn't want them to go through certain things. Sometimes whenever they finally get a dose of some of the things we was trying to keep them from, you know, they end up liking it, and it becomes an addiction, meaning, what I mean, to be something that, you gonna have to allow them to see for themselves, and you know what I mean, because what you taught them is something that he know, that, what I'm saying, like mama said to watch out for this stuff, but he just heard you saying watch out for it. He don't understand the reason why you saying that. So when he finally get a dose of it, he gonna be like, and I can shake back. Some shake back and some don't. So what you want to do? You just want to go sit down and eat? We can go sit down and eat somewhere. We can just go sit down and eat somewhere. What?
Nothing, King. Go ahead.
Oh. What, y'all ready?
Yeah, but if I was to sit down, I'm just supposed to get my food.
What's wrong with that? This is what it don't we're not going to no you're not finna walk no red carpet or nothing. Like you modeling some clothes or something. You ain't gotta be dressed all up. You got on decent clothes. That's all you need. As long as I like it, don't matter who like it.
Well, I'm ready to get my home.
Overstood. Say you're giving some good advice, Theo. Appreciate it. Say, come on, nephew. Get on the King Corso game. Man, I'll get with it eventually, brother. I gotta get some more land. I gotta have my own land, brother. You know, I got a decent rent man. I got a decent landlord, man, but I can't just keep putting all these dogs inside my the area I'm working out of, you know what I'm saying? You know, I need some more room. Eventually we'll be able to start investing in other breed of dogs. Right now I'm working with what I got. So how many hours do they stay in cages per day, more or less? Are you aware of what's going on? Look out, little Mac. Bro, I'm thinking you that same individual, bro. What, let me ask you let me ask you this question. Why is it so hard for you to love what is? That's what I want you to do. I want you to answer that question, then I answer your question. Because you ask me that question, and I always answer your question. So, Lil Mac, why is it so hard for you to love what is? Let's see your answer. Let me see where it's at. Lil Mac, respectfully. It's a pretty straightforward question. Well, let me hear him. Give me my answer. I'll give you an answer to your question. Don't get rid of this guy before I go, because I'm going to get ready to step out of the house anyway, TV Inc. family. Lil Mac, answer my question. Why is it so hard for you to love what is? You claim trolls don't know what's going on, but now you say you don't know what I'm talking about. They say I'm completely against animal abuse, and that's God's working through me. You ain't listen, bruh. Listen, bruh. A dog being in the cage, for one, is not animal abuse. For two, how can you say that my dog's been in the cage, animal abuse, when you haven't reflect on any of my videos? You just keep talking to my dogs in cages. So that basically let me know you're talking. Now answer my question now. Why is it so hard for you to love what is, though? That's what I want to know. Why is it so hard for you to love what is? Well said, I agree with you, little Mark. I'm totally against animal abuse, and Theo does not abuse his bullies. He take well good care of them respectfully. Since obvious you care about your dogs, man. Nah, for real, Sam. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to, the dude still ain't answer my question. He telling me about the father and about animal abuse, but you still haven't answered my question. So to answer your question, the reason why it's so hard for you to love what is because you expect for everybody to be going through the same lessons or go through the same stuff that you go through in life and react and respond to the same things you respond to them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, whatever I got going on, if you don't like it, then it's a problem. That means that at the end of the day, if it's not in line with what you feel is right, that don't mean it's wrong either. You feel what I'm saying? You haven't answered my question. I just answered your question. My dogs are in good hand. They keep water in their cages. Their cages will stay clean. I let my dogs go out daily to use the restroom breaks. I also let them go out and play. I feed my dogs 3 times a day with treats. What else you want me to do, brother? You want my dogs to run around my house untrained and eat up all my furniture? That's cool too, huh? What about me? I'm a human being, right? I work hard for what I got. I'm not a millionaire, so I cannot buy stuff that I already bought over and over and over again, and it don't become a liability, home. But that would be considered, my dogs will end up becoming a liability instead of a pet that I love or something that I consider something good. If I allow them to sit here and come out of the cage and eat my cage, my furniture up. Queen.
You through?
Yeah, I'm finna get ready to go.
Okay.
Why you not even ready? What's going on?
I am. I just don't want you to be.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to one of these trollers. He ain't talking about nothing. How many hours do the dogs spend inside the cages, bruh? How many hours do you open your mouth up? How many hours do you open? How many hours do you open your mouth up? That's how many hours my dogs are out of their cages. However often you open your mouth, that's how often I let my dogs out the cages. Is that answering your question? Because you talk all day, don't you? So that means my dogs are being let in and out of their cages all day, brother. Then now answer my question. Why it's so hard for you to love what is? Man, appreciate your family. Man, I like it as well. That's why I snatched it up. Nah, you can't please. I'm already seeing that. I'm saying that. You can please somebody on here. It's just the ones you can't please is the ones that's unhappy. Be honest, as a breeder, you should know precisely. Be honest, as a breeder, I should know as precise. Bruh, that mean that as a breeder, so that mean that whenever I put feed inside my dog bowls, I know how many pellets inside that bowl too, huh? As a breeder, huh? When I feed my dogs, right, it's pellets, right? They feed as pellets, right? So I supposed to count how many I've 1, 2, 3, 4, because they said that you have to weigh your meals to feed them correctly, right? So basically what you're saying is if I got a good eye and I'm eyeballing what I put in my dog's feed, that's a bad approach, right? Is that a bad approach? Better yet, right? That your mother taught you, little Mac, your mother taught you to be respectful, huh? So didn't your mother teach you, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all? Didn't your mother teach you that? I know all our parents have. So you answer that question. Didn't your mother teach you, if you don't have anything good to say to no one, don't say it at all? Did she teach you that? That's what I'm saying. You got all the questions for me, but you ain't got none for you. You can't answer none of mine. I say, what year is that cap? Oh boy. I wish I could find it. Unnamed to the USA Dream Team cap. Man, I don't even know what. Man, to be honest with you, I ain't that tapped in, brother. It's just I liked the colors. You know what I'm saying? And I snatched it up. To be honest with you, it's a nice cap. It's a tell the monk. It's like my mother taught me too. Tell you to shut up. You're black. Man. Man, I see what's going on, man. I was gonna say, TB Inc. family, man. My family is dealing with hunger pains, man, and hunger, and I am too. So, man, I feel like I've said enough. You know, my whole intention for jumping on live was to apologize to you guys for the way I behaved myself. You know what I'm saying, at the park, and you know I would do better. And I also wanted to give you guys the understanding of something that I feel was needed to be spoke on, because you know everybody needed a little advice from time to time, and I just wanted to give you guys, share some with you guys to make you guys understand that you're not alone, man. You know, whatever it takes for you to have to, whatever it takes for you to do what it takes to protect what you have worked hard for, and you know, man, I'm TB Inc. family. You guys. I'm sitting here. I'm still on this fool, little Mac. I'm seeing where it's going. Right. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, TB Inc. family, just stay blessed. Protect your peace by any means necessary. Don't let anything get the best of you. I think I need to reset. That's what I'm gonna do, TB Inc. family. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna stay blessed. I'm gonna continue to fight for our Father. I'm gonna continue to be a servant of you and our Father. I'm gonna continue to stand on business. I'm gonna continue to protect my energy by any means necessary. And I'm gonna continue to be Theo no matter what. And I'm gonna continue to give these trollers something to talk about. And I'm gonna continue to love these trollers and get them to understanding that they are extraordinary and nothing else about them is ordinary. Regardless if they gonna be a ordinary being in the moment, you understand me? I'm still gonna continue to remind them and give them the understanding that you are too extraordinary to be acting ordinary. You understand me? Everybody got something to say about somebody, but don't know how to reach out and face the one in the mirror. They can't accept themselves. You know what I'm saying? They can't look in the mirror and accept themselves, but they can look at you and find a problem with you though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy your dinner and be safe. Overstood. Appreciate the love. So little man, you still yapping. But TB Inc. family, I probably apologize, man. Let me reset, man. My head all over the place. I need to put a meal on me. You understand me? Because the way it's coming out right now, it's kind of wavy right now, and I feel like, I need to reset. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset, put something on my stomach, clear my mind, and tie back in. So if it's anything that I spoke on in this live that made you feel some type of way, or made you feel otherwise about me or whatever, man, please forgive me, man. Blame it on my mental, not my heart. If there's anything I said that made you see things differently, that made you want to stay in touch with me and made you want to subscribe, etc. You understand me? Give all praise to the Father for that, man, because he was working through me for real, for real. But with all that being said, TB Inc. family, y'all stay blessed. Keep placing your best foot forward. And remember, you can do all things through the Father who strengthens you. As long as you have a mustard seed of faith, anything that's formed against you won't get a break, TB Inc. family. I love you guys, and y'all watch out for those snakes, man. They got a poisonous bite, man. They out to steal our joy, man. Y'all out to stand on business, stand on business.